Alright, what is up everyone? This is Maurice with Geeks on the Grace. I'm here with a game called Crying Suns. As you can see by the logo, it is developed by Alt Shift and published by Humble Bundle. Now this is a little different because normally when I'm doing a video, I'm doing a QuickScope. It's of an early access game, but this game has been fully released. It's actually been out for about a month now, but we're just now getting, in fact, by the time you see this video, the review will be going up. The reason why I'm recording this video is I just coincidentally, just so happened to go on YouTube, and I saw someone had posted on our last QuickScope, Viola, hey, we're glad that you're putting out content on YouTube. So I was like, oh man, that made me all feel warm and fuzzy inside. So I decided to go ahead and do a video of Crying Suns. The other aspect of that is Crying Suns is a game that I think would be better served as like a video as a supplement with a review. I'm fundamentally a pro written review kind of guy, but I think video is useful for to supplement that. So that's what we're going to do. So here is the opening of Crying Suns, very cinematic. As you can see, the robot in my I've actually 80% done with my written review, and so I described this robot as the machines from the Matrix, very reminiscent of that. If you haven't seen the Matrix, please go back and do so. So one of the things that developers at Alt Shift are working on, they're working on cloud saves. I've actually beaten the game completely, 20-hour run. I'm actually logged in 27 hours total. They don't have cloud saves yet, but they're working on that. There are a couple things that they've patched recently. We'll go over that as we go. So I'm going to start a new run, but I'm not going to do all the story stuff to the intro. Basically what happens is that in the Galactic Empire for 700 years, humans have conquered a known universe. And they've ruled for 700 years with the help of machines called Omnis. Omni, Neo-N, mechanical or intelligences, like this one right here. So what happens is that in the far distant corner of the galaxy is this hidden base where a clone of Admiral Ellis Idaho and some of his crew, his best shipmen and women, are clones, and they're being maintained by this Omni called Caliban. The purpose of this location is in case something catastrophic happens in the Galactic Empire, then Caliban is supposed to awaken the Admiral. Yeah, he's going to go over that kind of stuff. And their mission then will become to save the galaxy, to save the Empire. Find out why the machines named Omnis have shut down. Humanity has grown completely dependent upon these machines for survival. We can't grow our own food or hunt. We can't even control our populations or even reproduce without the aid of Omnis. So this game is very interesting in that it's the construction of its story borrows a lot from many sci-fi stories. Alt Shift and Humble Bundle are not, and see there's a lot of text that you see, they're not very they're not shy about saying we borrowed from Foundation or Dune, D-U-N-E. I detect some aspects of Mass Effect with the explanation of the science fiction-y stuff. There's a little bit of Homeworld in here too, and then obviously FTL, Faster Than Light. So here you're going to collect, you can unlock up to 6 ships. Here's a default ship. I love it. I think it's a really great ship. And we'll go ahead and go to the officer, so you don't just get randomized people. You can also unlock people as officers, crew members. One of the flaws of the game, in my opinion, is that I only unlocked 2 in 27 hours, so that's tough. But ships are easy to unlock, so I prefer that over specialized crew. I do recommend you take crew members with 3 skills over 2. It increases the probability that you're successful during missions. Now I'll explain that kind of stuff. All right, so you can get more of the story as you play the game, but I just want to be able to jump in this game since it's supposed to be a QuickScope. Your edition, I like that. Hack, yeah. So we're gonna go with these. Yeah, engineering. So some engineering-like skills, and then some combat. So we're gonna go with these two ladies. A lot of story in this game. That's one of the things about it that I mean, FTL Faster Than Light doesn't have, hardly has a story to it. It's completely roguelike. Well, this is well developed. So sectors in the outer rim. So basically, they're going to be explaining you can't pick up other Omni machines, and how long the Empire has existed, 700 years, those sorts of things. So as you can see, we'll jump, which I really think is a cool jumping effect. I never got tired of seeing it. It's just a cool effect. It's awesome. What do we have here? Some kind of cube-like refinery. Neo-N Hypercube. Omnitech for the simultaneous Omnitech for the simultaneous harvesting and refining of neutronium from nearby stars. I'll have to look up to see if that's an element, because I'm not familiar with it. Interesting, if not downright bizarre. This cube isn't connected to the fold net. So the fold net is basically how you can travel, what was it, 10 times the speed of light throughout space? I'm not going to ask for an explanation, but that's what I mean by it's like Mass Effect. There is a lot of meticulous thought developed into the science and reason behind things are in this game, and I think it's really cool. So we're going to go send our lieutenant to explore this cube. The cube isn't connected to the fold net, and by the looks of it, it hasn't been connected in years. Guess it's just a guess here, but I'd say it looks like it's been disconnected for maybe 10-15 years. We'll find out that it's actually 20. Let's see. Cubes are complex tech needing constant supervision. Disconnecting it would make it all but impossible. In the Neo-N level, sorry, so there's no Neo-N here whatsoever. It looks like whoever came before us took all of it. We won't be fueling here. Roshi sources might be empty, but there still could be some residual Neo-N coursing through the groove. Should be able to unlock the final restraint. So I should be able to unlock the final restraint so that we can scavenge the leftovers. It won't be much, but it will help our efforts. There, you should be able to scavenge Neo-N fuel here now, but that'll be the last of it in this cube. So it explains to you how you do that. But first, oh, I can't update. So what I was going to say was the first thing you want to do is upgrade your ship to increase how much fuel you can take from this star, from the Neo-N cube. Also, with my officers, you want to put her on your hull because she does 2 DPS to enemies adjacent to your battleship. We'll cover that more later. Oh, they make you go to the different sectors in order. That's funny. Battleship, 12 o'clock. What kind of battleship? Couldn't say, sir. I've never seen a ship like this in all my service. Incoming transmission. So these are NPCs, so there's always the same officers that are off screen that are different from your crew that you select. For story purposes. An Imperial battleship made from Telios tech. My mouth is watering. This is Admiral Idaho of the Imperial Fleet. Stand down, Captain. This is an Imperial sector you find yourself in. Imperial sector. That's funny. Yep. So we're going to do our battle. So here's the elements of the game that remind me of Homeworld. So that's blah, blah, blah. I'll explain all that kind of stuff. So one of the things that I did not... So first of all, there's a rock, paper, scissors strategy here. They're going to send out a drone. The counter to drones are fighters. So I'm going to put my fighter on the map. We're going to unpause here with a space bar. I'm going to go straight at them. And so he's going to take damage and die. And then I'm going to go over to attack his battleship. It takes time. As the game progresses, it'll be a lot faster. Trust me, it's a lot more chaotic. So I'm attacking his fighter wing so that he can't get his fighters back onto the map. See the penalty there? It's locked. And so that's a common strategy to make sure they can't do things. What was that thing? I don't know, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I want to either. We'll find out. Imperial outpost, sir. It seems abandoned. Any heat signatures? Not a single one. Seems empty of all human life. I really like the different ways that people are speaking. Caliban in particular. What about an omnipresence? They should be here managing the station, no? They should, and no, I'm not detecting any. This is starting to get stranger and stranger. So I'll cut to the chase. I'll ask him, see if there's anyone inside, which is what I would do if this normally gonna play through. Yep, Captain Lean. Oh, sometimes Captain Lean is male or female, I think. I'll have to double check that. Probably around the time the hyperspace back there was disconnected from the fold net. Looks like someone came here, took the most valuable Omni parts, Neo encapsulators, positronic chips, and left the rest behind. Scavenging Omni parts? Who would do such a thing? That's a capital offense. One the Pragma execute you for. Hold on, sir, I'm getting transmission. My commandos have found something, an Omni, intact from top to bottom. Is it functional? That's a negative, sir. It's in a lower level. Guess whoever was here before us didn't go down that far. Might have needed high clearance to get in. Admiral, I can examine it from here if the captain plugs in the data pad to the exosec. Sure thing, Omni. Alright. Accessing. Exoframe is nearly perfect attack. It has plenty of Neo in, and its positronic chip seems to be in place. It should be up and running. I don't get it. Any idea when it was shut down? According to his chip, 20 years ago. Roughly the time hyperspace was unlinked from the fold net. What do you do about this outpost? So, more story stuff. I'm just going to continue on for the sake of time, though. Detecting an anomaly on our next destination. Cool. So we'll see what's going on there. So those creatures again, sir. Uh-oh. I have a phone to call that I need to check out, so pardon me for a second. Alright, I'm back. That was an important phone call. I'm in a struggle year this year where all my appliances are dying, and that was a washing machine delivery, so I needed to take that call. So, back on tasks. Maybe this one will be friendly. Nice ship you got there. I'm going to enjoy scrapping it over your dead bodies. Oh, there goes, so much for being friendly. Alright, more explanations over frigates and drones. So here, so here's the thing. My frigate was already charging. I gotta cancel it so I can get frigates out, which are the natural counter to fighters, seeing that he is equipping the fighters. Frigates move more slowly than fighters. But they have more hit points in general. They also don't do as much damage. So the fighters are probably the sweet spot when it comes to doing damage. I wish, that reminds me, I need to put this in review. I wish there was a way to zoom in so you can get in closer to battle, but I think perhaps Alt-Shift don't want us to see so close. I think reading some of the details of the game development, these are 2D models that have been spiced up so that you can't tell that they're actually 2D, which, I mean, is a pretty cool way of being efficient with resources. Yeah, another brush with death. I actually like it. It's really cool how ships continuously like blow up and die like that. So they're just telling me about anomalies. So basically you want to visit them because events will happen, which you want to experience events to increase your probability of doing stuff. And story-based rewards, those sorts of things. Small planet colony. Alright, maybe we get some answers. Ground signal. Okay, so this is where we go down and do missions. Anyone there? I am the Admiral. Small colony leader. What can we do for Alpha? Is scrap you're looking for? I'm sorry, but we have none to spare. Scrap, we're here to see what's going on here in these sectors. I don't understand. Yet to encounter a single active Omni and 2 enemy battleships have engaged us. This some sort of sick joke, Admiral? The Omnis shut down. Impossible. Like Wally, right? Yeah, impossible. The Omni shut down in our sectors, and when they did, so did all of their tech. It can't run without them. How? When? I have no idea how it happened. I'm not even sure Oberon does. It's truly the great mystery of our time. As for when, 20 years ago. So Oberon's the Emperor's name. Relied on them for everything. Food, medicine, weather. It's hard to give accurate numbers, but maybe 75% of the population here died in the first 5 years alone. Who knows how many of us there are left? 10%? Less? I learned about scrap. Scrap is money. Can we help you? What can the NS Odysseus do to help? Defeating the scrappers would be a nice start. Things would look a whole lot better with those scum out of my way. Scrappers? Don't tell me you don't know about them either. It's like you've been living this entire time on an uninhabited planet on the edge of the outer rim. The Scrappers are a group of hideous, cancerous scavengers who collect leftover Omnitech and Neo-N. When the Omni shut down, causing the Fullnet to collapse in our sectors, they were the ones who took over the chaos. They're not the only rotten apples around here with your pirates and your occasional crazy civilian, but they're definitely the worst. They defeated Imperial ships? How? Telio's tech is second to none. Imperial captains are trained at the Academy. True, but the Scrapper battleships wore them down, picked off one here, another there. It was a war of attrition. Plus the Empire couldn't send reinforcements, not with our folder down, you see. I hate to say it, but I think it's just a matter of time before they make slaves of us all. But even if you beat them, even if you beat Mother, it won't change anything. The way we're going 10, 15 years from now, with all the hardships we're experiencing, will be gone, all of us, unless what? You somehow reactivate the Omnis, turn them back on again, the ones that haven't been scavenged for their parts, that is. That's the only way to save us. Is there something else you want to know, Admiral? So that's the mission. Yep, promise. Here, take this new in. Yay! But it's best that if you hide, you live longer that way. Cowards. In the trust mission, do you believe what he said, Admiral? Unfortunately, yes. It explains everything we've seen so far. The Omni shut down in the Outer Rim, and so did their tech, including this cluster's folder. That's why those scrappers now run things here. So just to reiterate, the folder is basically, folder is Crying Sun's equivalent of a Mass Effect relay. It's basically how you can slingshot throughout the known galaxies 10 times the speed of light, so that you don't like die just trying to go from sector to sector. That is, die not literally, but die as in old age, because it takes so long to travel. So the folders are disconnected, and so you got to figure out how to reestablish how to go through the folders of the Mass Effect relay so you can travel. First thing we need to do is find Mother, as Bowie said. If she didn't shut the Omnis down, chances are she knows who or what did. If you want to move on, Admiral, open the star map below by clicking on it and choose our next system. Otherwise, you might want to stay and check out this ground signal I was telling you about. It could be a good opportunity to gather some resources and put your commandos to use. Sure, let's do that. So blah 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 blah. Yeah. So this is what I would consider the bonus levels of this game. So again, if you've played Mass Effect, you might recognize the whole scanning and then going down into a planet, right? So different. So you're looking for things to visit. It's explaining the rules. You need at least 3 commandos. I have 12 here. They are a resource. They take 10 scrap each. If things get rough, you can escape. You'll get only a partial amount of your resources. So this person, you won't get as many resources, and then you'll lose a whole bunch of people, but they'll be safe too. Here you'll get more resources, a probability, and then you'll lose less people. And that's why I wanted to take this, because I feel like the scientists, especially in the early game, have more favorable results. So this is an automatic mission. So he's just explaining all this story stuff to justify what you do this. I played this game for so long that at a certain point, you don't really care. You just want to know what you can get out of the mission. So it takes care of itself. So I guess D&D fans might be excited, because it's kind of like, so I didn't find anything because I didn't have the right skill to do it. That's disappointing. As you remember, I can lose up to 2 soldiers, the probability. So we're going to continue because I want to get more scrap. 2 soldiers is nothing. See, I've already made more scrap. So soldiers are 10 each when you go to the proper shop to buy them. So I've more than profited even if I lost some, which I didn't. So just free scrap there. So that's why you want to find the sectors with those missions. Alright, so upgrades first. I always recommend upgrade your fuel scavenging. That way when you go to the Neo Ends cubes, you can extract as much as possible. After that, you want to look into buying ships. So here's the local map, but then there's the star cluster, which if you are a FTL Faster Than Light fan, then you know how this works, right? 1 alert incoming means that they're going to find me. I am, let's see, where am I? Am I here? Yeah, you are here, it says, okay? So, here is where you need to strategize what to do next. So, for purposes of the QuickScope, I'm going to close out this map and upgrade my sensor, my navigation scanner, so you can see information up to 1 jump away. I want to show you how this works. So 1 jump away, I can see that over here there is, no, the best way, the shipyard. So that's where I want to go if I want to buy more ships. I can't see 2 sectors away. So if I upgrade my scanners to better plan my route, and I'm pressing all the wrong stuff right here. Close map, upgrade. Now I should be able to see 2 jumps away. So now I know that's a shipyard. So, and an army depot here. So with only 71 scrap, well, 2 anomalies here plus a shipyard. So I could go to visit a couple planets and then hit the shipyard last, knowing that I have enough scrap to actually buy a ship. Or I can go this way, visit more planets. So 5 as opposed to 4. 2 anomalies. They both have ground signals, so you can still have your marine mission built in. But if I go this way, I have 2 shipyards, which means an increased chance of finding ships that I really like. And once I move, the alert is going to take over this, so there'll be high on my tail, which means I can go boom, boom, boom into the exit. Or I can go here, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This will be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So either way is 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be 9 going that way. So you want to make sure you go to the route that will maximize how many places you go to. So I'm going to go to this one, straight route. See what happens. Civilian wreckage. Collide head-on with something in an interstellar tunnel. Unlikely. It's not the speed they're traveling. There might be a small amount of scrap available for taking the crash if it didn't disintegrate. Yeah, let's try to salvage it. I don't know about the fade to black thing. I guess to simulate time elapsing. Bringing scrap back, not a bad haul. Yay. So here's why you want to upgrade your Neo in scavenging to maximize how much fuel you can get. You'll always get at least one, but you can roll a 6. I've never rolled a 6. I think the highest I've ever rolled was a 4. All right, so where do we want to go first? Always hit up your anomalies because that'll guarantee that there will be some sort of event. Scrapper battleship. All right, they want to fight. So when you pick this ship, you default as having a 1 weapon holster or weapons bay, and then 2 squadron bays. You can upgrade to 4 here and upgrade to 3 here on this ship. This ship also has a regeneration, so I'll show you how that works once I get started here. Oh yeah, you want to make sure you start placing your ships, otherwise they'll always appear right next to your base. Oh, I didn't know I could do waypoints. I actually didn't know that. Okay, so that's what I get for skipping things earlier. So these ships, those fighters are weak sauce. These are turrets. You don't want to get near them or you get blown up. And so they're getting double teamed, get trashed. I might as well keep on going here. Oh yeah, my gun's charged now, so I'll be able to do some damage that kind of way. Yep, there it is. So they've recharged their fighters before I could disable their fighters. So once the heat goes up, I usually shoot another system. That sort of thing. So focus fire. Easy scrap. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I have plenty of Neo in, so I can afford to visit other places. What kind of ship is that? No lie, sir, I don't have the foggiest. Incoming transmission. Welcome to our casino, Admiral. Pirate casino? They must have taken it off some Ackies. Don't worry, we won't attack you. We've accepted everyone's scrap here, even maggot imperial scrap like your own. No offense. Just so you know, there's more than one pirate guard in your casino, so try anything and you wish you hadn't. What do you want to do about this casino, sir? Wow, play blackjack. Okay, so I've never had this event before. One of the so I mentioned earlier in the QuickScope that I talk about some of the things that the developers at Alt Shift have been doing. One of my greatest critiques of this game, or what was going to be, was that a lot of the events are repetitive, and so they explained over their Discord that there are some conditions that they had in the code that would be difficult to trigger to create the event, so we get a lot of repetitiveness. So they've unleashed that, and so now I'm looking at something I've never seen before, and it's too bad that I don't have a crew member who can who has this skill. So let's go ahead and gamble. I'm actually against gambling. I don't gamble in real life, but it's a video game, so whatever. Good, I want you to play some cards for us. Think you can handle that? I'm pretty sure this isn't in my job description, sir, but yeah, whatever it takes to save the empire, right? Just see what happens. I'm here, sir. Got all the walks of life in this place. Don't worry, I've taken pictures, sir. I've won a little scrap so far, but nothing to brag about. Now I can keep playing, or I can bring my meager earnings back to the ship. Your call. See, now see, here's the thing. I don't gamble, but I've worked at a casino before, and they want you to win a little money to get you to keep playing so that you'll get down, and then you'll have the sunken cost effect, and you'll still want to try to earn your money back, and they take all your money. So you want to quit while you're ahead. Yep. I'll take it. We gained. That's how they hook you. I'll do a time check real quick. On this segment, okay, 16 minutes. That's not bad. Church battleship, sir. So in the review, I'll talk about the Church of Singularity in the content guide. Thank Oberon, an Imperial ship. You are only a child. So I know. That's where the children are from. So let's play along like I haven't seen this event before. Ship full of children? I don't understand. We're the children of the Theodorus 4, a planet in the church cluster. Unlike most people on our planet, we do not worship the Omnis as gods. And we've been persecuted. So we stole a ship and left, studying all battleship books in our libraries beforehand. Still, it's been a bumpy ride, I won't deny it. Please help us, Admiral. We're only children. How do we want to help? We've been pursued by other church ships. They know about us now. You could help us by bringing us aboard, Admiral, by defending and transporting us to a planet where we'll be free to think and act as we wish. We know of such a planet not far away. You can put it on your star map. We have scrap. We'd be happy to pay you for the ride. We're begging you. Help us. We're only children. And I still don't have this. No, I'm not going to give him a ride. Sorry, but we can't give you a ride at this time. Oh, really? I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that at all. I guess there's no reason to go on with this little charade then. We're not the sweet children we claim to be, Admiral. We wanted to get on that battleship to hurt you. But since you can't do that, we'll just have to do the next best thing. Death to all Imperial pigs! Praise the Omni gods! So yeah, the Church of Singularity worship the Omnis as gods. Omnis are dead, so... Oh, they have a cruiser. So that thing's gonna die. So I'm gonna bring out both my fighters, seeing that that cruiser has no way of surviving. So the cruisers are slow moving but heavy hitting ships. Takes more damage at short range. Yeah, there's nothing special about that. Yeah. Yeah, so they're the heavy hitting ships. I don't even want to be that far away from it. Heavy hitting but weak. Like, that is tissue paper hit points. So then once that shuts down, I start hitting other systems. As you see, the heat bar filling up, but this ship won't survive that. Not all your children are like that, are they? Next. Pirate ship, sir. Incoming message. Admiral, don't attack, at least not yet. So this is another event that I get a lot. No, not going to be hard for you to believe me, but the whole Imperial pirate relationship is a pretty complicated one, I know, but I'm trying to mutiny on this ship. I got a favor to ask you. If you can attack the ship, you can distract Captain Strobe and really help me in mine pull this thing off. Will you help me or not? We'll just sneak on and just rob you. Now would be a good time to infiltrate this ship, Captain. Pirate a pirate? I like it, sir. I am just the person for the job. Reporting for duty, sir. Infiltrate that pirate ship, Lieutenant. It's no imperial crime to steal from thieves. Consider it done, sir. Sorry, I found a bit of scrap, but not yet hit the mother lode. Oh, I remember. So let's ask the specialist where they'll be hiding the good stuff. What do you think should be done, Lieutenant? Sir, I could be wrong, but I don't think the treasure is behind the doors. I think it's in the floorboards. Check the floorboards, Lieutenant, then get back to the ship. I thought they called him a captain, but okay, whatever. I don't worry too much about dialogue consistencies. It was the right calls. We were standing right on it. So, oh yeah, and then our mission. So, gotta make sure we get our bonus. Notice how it scanned real fast that time. So look at this. She's really talented. Look, 3 skills. That's all I'm talking about. Take the person with 3 skills if you can, because it'll maximize your effect. No losses and almost 100% of resources. Yeah, 3 skill crew officers. That's the direction you want to go when you can. And you can speed this up if you want to. When you've been 20 hours into this game, you definitely hit that button right there to expedite things. So many hazards. Will this one be the fail? Ah, got it. Okay. Hooray. So it'll probably be considered 100% then if I didn't fail the special site where you have to hit 2 checks. So yeah, I'm rich. Oh no, this is not the one with the shipyard. Okay, so yeah, so we're done in this sector. Everything's been visited, as you can see. So we're gonna scoot on over, and there we go, right there. FTL style pursuit. Hey, saw your ship there, so I thought I might as well ask. We need hyperventilator 23 to make a generator go. Any chance you got one kicking around? I think we got some scrap around here to pay you somewhere. Chief here, sir, listening in. We don't have a 23 on stock, but we could break a bird down and get it up that way. Up to you. Sure, why not? Now, patched means that your ships are damaged. They are half hit points, which happens when your squadron dies on combat. So they don't die permanently, but they go on a cooldown. Yeah, so it's going to be half hit points. But the reason why I did that is because I know there's a shipyard nearby and I can heal it back up. You're a genuinely good guy, aren't you? Yes. I forgot the scrap. Wow. Okay, well, lesson learned. So like not all story, not all anomalies, events, that's what I meant. Events are positive. Some are neutral, and I would consider that one a bad one. So I only got one fuel for that, but that's fine because we're going to go to the shipyard, which will have a shop. Civilian ship. Please, you have to help us. We're in a little dust up with our Aki back here, and now our thrusters are leaking Neo in. We tried landing, but the radioactive contamination caused our landing gear to falter. Now we're trapped in here, getting sicker with every passing moment. Please let us on your ship. Message from sickbay. Sir, hope you don't mind, but I was listening in. We're equipped with a drone decontamination program, but it needs Neo-N to operate. Also, sir, our readings indicate extreme Neo-N particle contamination on their ship. We can see their suffering, but I'm afraid there's very little we can do beyond that. So I'm looking over here because I'm in my basement, and I saw one carpenter ant over there, and then I saw one over here. So they must be trying to move in because it's the winter, or the seasons are changing here in Michigan. And so I recently found out that we also have centipedes around here, and I think they hunt those things. So I'm just gonna let them be. Anyway, yeah. Sure. We're sending a shuttle in, so hold tight. Thank you. Are we gonna be okay? Nah. Well, let's tell the truth this time. I'm sorry, but no, we don't think you will. Why didn't you lie to me, Admiral? I don't want to die. We did all we could do, but they passed on. No letting them onto the ship didn't get us any scrap or new in, but I still think it was the right thing to do. Alright, so we're going to go to the shop. So, you want to buy some new in when you can. In fact, it's good to see what your next destination is. So you're going to need at least 2 jumps minimum. There's going to be Neo in there, so at least 1 more. So you might as well count that. So 1 jump and then 1 jump. That's the bare minimum. But if you want to maximize and then roll the dice, probably hit about 3. So I am going to repair my frigate because it was down. Risky 50-50 and all events have a 100% chance of success. I think it's better. I mean, I'm rich, but so sure. Scrap earned, yeah, you want to take that, especially on a run like this when it's in the first sector. MK2 Ghost, one of my favorites. So it's a stealth fighter. It will eventually cloak after 10 seconds and do double damage on its first attack. I don't care for the drone crafters. After 20 seconds, create a temporary drone MK1. But canceling is when you take a damage, attack, or move. So it has to stay still, and after 20 seconds, which is a long time, then it will produce another drone to fight with. No, I'm not about that life. So I'm big on buying more ships. Maybe if there are more events that prove to me that that's necessary. I'm gonna buy a couple more Marines and 1 more Neo in because I am rich. Let's see, what do I want to do? So upgrades, squadron dock recovery. So when the squadron dies, it reduces the amount of time that it requires for it to regenerate. So I'd like to take one of those. I have so much money that I may as well take an additional hull. And so 3 hull armors up here is usually the max that I need in any run on a normal difficulty. So we're done here. So we can go down here to an army depot, or we can go to a mercenary depot. What's the difference between army depot and mercenary? I'm not sure. But this one has a planet that we can land on, so let's go there. I was thinking the straight line strategy anyway. I think I committed to that at the beginning of this video. Passing through some magnetic interference, sir. Buckle up, could get bumpy. Got chief for you. Sir, we got a situation down here. It's an isolated fire in C9. This storm must be to blame. C9, that's the primary squadron hangar, sir. We can put it out using neo-inform, or we can let it burn, knowing it won't spread to other sections of the ship, but suffering squadron damage in the process. Your call, sir, but either way, we're looking at some losses here. Dang! 2 neo-in. So a squadron repair is 20 for a level 1 ship, which is the same as a neo-in. So I'll just take the hit. That's a new event. So I'm glad to see more events. So when I finish up my review, I can say, hey, there's at least 2 events that I did not experience in my first 20 hours, 20 to 27 hours. It says 27 hours on Steam, but because I'm a family man, and if my wife says, hey babe, I need your help with kids or dinner or something like that, then it means I leave the game running, we go eat. So there's probably 7 hours caked into there of just idle time. So I'm thinking about 20 hours to beat the whole game. If you're as good as I am and only die twice in your entire playthrough. Certain fire burnout, which is good, but no surprise, we suffered some squadron damage in the flame, so we'll see how much this is going to cost. A soft spot in my heart for that squadron. Killed a lot of scrappers, and I hope it will kill a lot more. Dang. So yeah, 40. So it was about the same cost. Which I don't know how much neo-in I was going to get, so probably hindsight you would have used the neo-in, but you don't know how much you're going to get. It's a dice roll. Aiken beacon certain. Hi, Dr. Tanaka. Dr. Tanaka here with House Akibra Song Modification Services, reminding you to get your yearly mods. You don't want to end up looking like an Imperial, do you? Trash talk. So yeah, that's a faction that likes to modify themselves scientifically. So this one looks like, alright, well, we're still safe, but we're not getting as much stuff. Or I can be a little bit riskier. Ooh, that's really risky. 7 and 10 commandos dead. It's not that serious. We'll need to be doing all that. Now, if I was at the end of my run, I sacrifice more commandos probably. Oh yeah, she has less health. I remember because she has 3 skills. Hey, new weapon. So I am going to upgrade my weapons bay to equip it because I can only equip 1 weapon at a time. I don't know, I still have to go by the shop before I make that decision, so we'll see. The mercenaries. Yep, we're gonna press on. '49ers undefeated right now. Alright, not bad. Alright, Imperial ship, sir. I was wondering when one might show up. I have something that'll interest you. Okay. What would that be? Oh, just a Kosh transponder. Why would I be interested in that? Because a Kosh transponder will provide a certain invisibility of the presence of other Kosh battleships. Useful if, say, a certain Kosh battleship around here was carrying a small mountain of scrap, which I know to be the case, but you'll need a good spy to access the Kosh ship and boost scrap. Otherwise, it's going to be impossible. Oh, and you'll have to cut me in on course, say 25%. No, 20%. No, 25. 25 or I walk. don't you do the job yourself? I'm not exactly spy material. Why not? I'm a klutz, Admiral. There, I said it. I want to do the... You want to do this job or not? Sure. You'd be a fool not to, sending over the transponder. Don't worry, I'm sending the instruction manual to and the battleship coordinates now. Good luck, Admiral. Well, Koch or Cook. I think that we pronounce that Cook. We got coordinates. Let's see what happens. Mission went off without a hitch. The Cook transponder allowed us to get close enough so I could sneak in and grab the scrap. She wasn't kidding. It's a small fortune indeed. Nice work, Admiral. Now, where's my share? Yeah. All right, what's going on here? This, the one that increases squadrons deploy zone, is the best to recruit. I don't like the fact that they're spying stuff. Their skills are redundant with one of mine. Yeah, with my soldier. You prefer to get somebody with a different skill set, but I have some overlap. I think that's inevitable. I'll buy them for sure. And then you can buy weapons, which I have plenty enough right now. So we're going to put them here. Let me look at the crew again. Anybody specializing in weapons? No. Alright, so let's upgrade our weapons bay for additional weapon dock. You can also upgrade how many people are in your are manning the positions if you want to stack some skills. No effects on battleship hull, so this is just for ships. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the sector boss. Sir, a Scrapple battleship. Looks like one of Mother's sector cronies. Incoming transmission. A Telos battleship in my sector? Think you took a wrong turn somewhere, Admiral. Not that I'm complaining. Where is she? Where's Mother? Or where is she? Where's Mother? No, that was Idaho, so it's just where is she? Where's Mother? You think I'm going to tell you just because your ship's all shiny and appetizing? That's my mom we're talking about here. Alright, so with this, now watch how, so remember I could only deploy like in this sector here. Now you can get way out here, but looks like he has fighters. So you want to counter with a frigate, and I want to pull out my stealth fighter. So I can pull out my the frigates can handle it 2-on-1, especially because they're damaged already. So I'm going to have him attack. Yep, there goes the double damage, the 24. Oh, they have double drones coming out. So now they're sending out drones. Fighters counter drones, so I'm going to send my frigates away. He's going to try to chase them down and intercept them, which I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go back. Let's see here. Executioner later is going to fry them. So I'm going to send my frigates home and deploy my fighters. So it is prudent to rotate your ships. His hull's about to explode. So it makes an area effect stun, which you don't want to be nearby because otherwise you'll be stunned and they'll be able to deploy ships on top of you. So here, we're going to take on a fighter. That fighter, that drone has an area of effect, suicide, destruction when it dies. So yeah, they're dead. That's game over right there for him. 5 seconds plus the penalty. Yep, he'll be dead. So I got 540 scrap for that battle. And then you go into the next sector. 2 out of 3. So now I'm not going to end the quick scope here. So, but you have an idea of how to work this, how to play Crying Suns. So whenever you beat a boss, always upgrade your squadron dock over here. So I'm going to get another slot so I can deploy 3 ships instead of 2 at a time. Always do that. And here's another place where you might take another hull or a hardened hull, like 80. I still have enough scrap to buy a ship if I see a scrap shipyard. So that's an army depot. I like shipyards myself. I can't see that far, and so here's where I would try to chart out my route, chart my coordinates. So I'd probably go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 19, 11. Yeah, that's probably it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's about 13 no matter where you go. Oh no, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 17. So that would probably be the most ideal route. So that's the one I would take to go to maximum places. So that's 2 planets that you can do planetfall on, right? Plus a shop, which I can't see yet. Oh yeah, you want to repair your ships. You can also repair your hull if you've lost any. Grab some Neo in. So let's see how far I can see. Yep, shipyard, perfect. Army depot. Yeah, so that would be ideal. 5, 2, 2, 5, 3, and then exit. So let's go 1 location just to get the music to change. House Vicarelli beacon, sir, and it seems like they have an old message stuck on it. House Vicarelli beacon, not even a scrapper would scrap that. Listen to the message. Let's hear it right away, Admiral. Doesn't seem to be working, sir. It doesn't look like it. Looks like it wasn't high quality to begin with. House Vicarelli, truly the worst of houses. So like different factions are divided into houses in this game. See, 1 fuel. I'm glad I bought the other one. So yep, so I'll continue playing if I want to continue that run. Now, Steam doesn't have cloud save, so in order to continue this run, I would have to play on this PC. On my laptop, I actually have, that's where I actually beat the game. So I'm playing on my PC here, my desktop, to do the QuickScope. So that's it. This is Crying Suns, a demonstration or a QuickScope. The review is going up tomorrow, the 25th of October. So I'm hoping that those of you who look at this video or watch this video have a better idea of how to play the game in a way that just seeing the still images will not be as effective. I guarantee you that even though it seemed really easy, it does get progressively hard through 3 sectors of gameplay. And then of course, as you saw at the beginning of the game, when I was looking at the ships on the left side of the screen, whatever new one cancels it. Yeah, it does. It cancels your previous run. Yeah, that's fine, because like I said, it doesn't have cloud saves. So nope, let's just move on. So yeah, as you can see over here on the left hand side, there are different chapters, okay? So every 3 sectors creates a new chapter, and you move on with the story, which is one of the strongest parts of this game, the story. So you have your faster than light style gameplay blended with some Mass Effect style science fiction with some, you know, events with light RPG elements, with some home world, which I think is like home world when you deploy ships out of your carrier and they heal and you have to counter and that sort of thing. Somewhat real time, but with a pause button. So it's got a lot of elements going on here, and it's one of the reasons why I feel that Crying Suns is one of the top games of 2019. So I hope that you'll play it. You'll you know, pick it up on Steam. Developed by Alt Carbon, and no, not Alt Carbon. I'm thinking the TV show Altered Carbon on Netflix. No, the developer is Alt Shift, and published by Humble Bundle. So this is Maurice with Geeks and the Grace. Peace out, y'all.